If your diesel engine is losing its punch and making a loud knocking or pinging sound every time you step on the gas, you might be dealing with a fouled-up system. The diagnostic trouble code P245B means there is a range or performance problem in your exhaust gas recirculation cooler bypass control circuit. This system is critical for modern diesel engines found in trucks from Ford, Chevy, Ram, and even Volkswagen or Mercedes built after 1996. The whole job of the EGR cooler bypass valve is to open and close at the right time to prevent the cooler from getting overloaded with soot and carbon, a process often called fouling. Your engine control module monitors this circuit by looking at voltage from the temperature switch and other sensors to decide when to send those exhaust gases back into the intake for another round of combustion. When the computer detects that the voltage or resistance is not where it should be, it triggers the check engine light and might even cause your truck to fail an emissions test. The severity here is high because a bad EGR setup can lead to pre-ignition, which literally tries to explode the fuel before the piston is ready, potentially damaging your valves and pistons. You will likely see your fuel consumption go up and feel the engine struggling to maintain power under a heavy load. The most common causes are a defective bypass valve, a cooler that is completely clogged with carbon buildup, or a faulty temperature switch. To start fixing this, you should search for any technical service bulletins for your specific truck, as there are often known fixes for these systems. Take a look at the wiring and connectors around the cooler for any signs of melting or bare wires that might be rubbing against the engine block. You can use a digital multimeter to check for continuity, and you should see a reading of 0 ohms on a healthy wire. If you find no power or ground, you might have a blown fuse or a bad relay in the circuit. If the wiring is perfect but the valve is physically stuck due to carbon, you might need to remove the cooler and clean it out thoroughly with a specialized solvent. Because working on these coolers can be extremely messy and involves high-pressure cooling systems, you should see a mechanic if you are not comfortable dealing with carbon coking or if the knocking sound gets worse. Fixing this quickly will keep your engine efficient and prevent a massive headache during your next state inspection.